What up, people? I know I got some political videos out there, but I also do tech and reselling content as well. I'm Rob Rambo, and I'm just this angry vet, especially about the politics. But today we're going to be talking about AI and the revolution that's happening, because regardless of whether you want to believe it or not, it's integrated into everything we do as society, and it has been for quite some time. It's been around since the 70s, well, 30s, maybe 40s, something like that. But AI now is to the point to where we can automate things, and there's a lot of big words thrown around out there, and anybody that doesn't quite understand or getting into it, we can learn together. I've done a lot of research over this last year, though, and I've gotten into it, and I've created some projects, and I've gotten ahead of the game, and I suggest everybody else do the same thing as well. So, with that said, we're going to be looking at some of the different models, the options, what you can do online and offline, where to begin, what kind of files you'll need to install, all that, and more. And hopefully this is, if it's any value to you, hit the like button, subscribe. I'm trying to get to 50 subscribers, so that way, I can live stream and I can put my message out there, and maybe we can, I'm not trying to make no money. I'm just want to do this. So with that said, let's get there is Grok. So this is the interface you're going to see when you're dealing with Grok. It's going to have your prompt window where you input your text. And the best way to explain that for a beginner is, before, in order to build a program or a piece of software, you needed to know that language. HTML is to build web pages, along with CSS and like Java and other stuff. But Java is a little bit sketchy because people can embed malicious script in there. So, when you embed that into your HTML, make sure you're hiding sensitive data. So, then you got like C++, Python, Delta. Python is what you're going to want to start with, because then you can install something called Pygame. Pygame is a form of Python, but you'll need to download the Python extension. And I suggest, what is it? What do I use? Visual Code Studio. It has a Copilot in it with basic AI models included for free. Claude 3.5 Sonnet, O3 Mini, DeepSeek, and more. And it has the ability to call tools and functions. And what that means is, if you're trying to build a game, just a mini game, and you're a beginner, you can enter into the prompt, say Grok, for instance. Here you can say, build me a, here, let's do it. Me a Pac-Man style game in eat sorry, my mic's in the way when I'm trying to type, and it's a little bit rough. And like the install Pygame on Visual Code, you'll go down, you'll open a terminal, and you'll input like install pip install Pygame, and it'll install that. Then you got to do the update, follow the instructions. Then you got to install your Python extension, and you can run this and debug it, and it'll play. But build me a Pac-Man style game in Pygame. Eat dots, stay alive in a maze with ghosts chasing. I mean, that you could probably get away with doing it a little less. This is just a real rudimentary prompt. I mean, some prompts can be very long and precise, and you can even have AI say, create me a prompt for such and such a 3D plain simulation game. Include all CSS, Java, Python code in the file, and you can just self-contain. But let's run this. It'll think for a second, and it'll say here's some basic implementation. It gives you the import, all that, where you're gonna have to do it. You can even say explain it to me as a beginner step by step, so that way you can run through it and it'll walk you through it. But it'll give you all the code right there. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna copy it. Actually, you could just hit this copy button right up here. Copy. You can wrap it and probably run it within Grok's environment if it has Python. But anyway, you would copy this, put your Nicias Visual Code Studio, hit run debug, and if you have everything installed correctly, a game will pop up and it'll be Pac-Man. For some reason on this computer, I'm having a bug issue with my Python version 3.13, and 2 are clashing, and I got to get that sorted out. So I'm not going to run a game as a, this is just a basic concept. That's something you're just going to have to work with. But basically a prompt is the English language, and you can fine tune with human words what you want to build. You could tell it to have a witty, sarcastic tone while replying to you, and it'll do that. You could tell it to create you a list or an outline, create you a YouTube script, give you talking points, all kinds of stuff. And I found Grok 3 to be the best example of this. It was ChatGPT, and I had a premium account, but I canceled it because as soon as it ran out the first time, I was going to resubscribe, and they stopped the free service on mine too. So I was like, hell, Elon's transparent and I support him and Trump anyway, so I tried out Grok 3, and this is by far the best if I want to create a project. Like I got AI agents, I go around, businesses have certain needs. If a plumber only can accept 30% of business because they're one person and they can't answer their phone, they're missing out on 45-60% of business. I can create an agent that will automate the calls, take the call, take the order and the payment, and give the person a receipt, and then all they have to do is just pick up the work order. Stuff like that. The possibilities are endless, and anybody that's lagging behind is going to be left behind. But you have all kinds of different models. So this is Grok. Then you have Google's version, which is AI Studio. Now I like this because here, let's expand it. This interface, I don't know if you can see it with my face in the way, but here, let me pull this up. And let me scoot that over real quick. Put this down in the corner. I'll trade that back. Alright, now let's go to AI Studio. You got here on the side, you got create prompt, where you can do a regular prompt. You can add a file to it, insert files, folders, video, audio, have it analyze an audio and transcribe it. You can put system instructions to fine tune it. So say you had a specific research task and you wanted to fine tune this model to specifically focus in on the task you want. You can put system instructions up here, or give it a tone, context, instructions, and then you could simply say hi down in the prompt window, and it'll go, hey, based off the information you provide, say it's a data research assistant and it's tasks, and give it a list. But anyway, then you got stream real time on this interface, and it allows you to talk live with Gemini. So you could talk to it and it'll talk back to you. You could show them your screen and share the screen, and it will interact with your screen with you with the prompts that you give it. You could share you could show yourself to Gemini or through the webcam. And items, it can recognize items, like you can give it context about items and tell it to build you like 3D models of it and all that. Up here's where you get your API key. An API is when you start getting more advanced and you're able to download your own models that are open source, put them on your computer, shut off the internet and still be able to use that model because it's yours. It was open source. And or you're using a webhook or an agent online, and you take that personal security key and you paste it into an environment file or whatever, and it allows you to communicate with OpenAI's ChatGPT or this Google Gemini or other models that are out there back and forth through a relayed connection. Kind of, it's the best way I could describe it. You got like starter apps to where people are building apps or examples of apps. You can tune this model here. You got documentation and all that stuff. So that's just basically Google AI Studio's basic user interface. And I'm not an expert, I'm still understanding it better, but this is where the magic's at up here. Create prompt or stream real time on this one. You can turn up the temperature and make it give you a more detailed response. This is your token count. This is where your models are at. There's different models in here, and be careful. Well, I guess if you choose one that costs money, it will tell you to, but it gives you like free right now, Gemini 2.0 free experimental. You can test it out. It's pretty darn good. I like it, but Grok is go-to. Grok right now is the go-to. So let's go ahead, and I need to transfer this back. Let's put this back over here. Alright. And let's pull back up Grok. Or here, let's pull up this. This is in video AI. Okay. For people out there that are still new, looking to get into it, this is where you can take a text prompt or a link. You could paste it in here, or you can give it context just like you would the AI model, the large language model, which is text back models, or they got multimodal models where they can image generate or something. This is a video image generation, so you can create short videos, you can make an explainer video, create animated films, you can use your own script. Say you have Grok or something, create you a script, you could paste it in there and it'll create you a video. If you upgrade, it'll give you longer times. Right now, I think it's 30 seconds, 2 minutes, 4 minutes, and 10 minutes, I believe, for the free account. But you get so many uses on a free account per month. It's still pretty neat. It's ridiculous. I would do it, but my internet connection in a rural area is pretty bad. I suggest you mess around with it. AI isn't going to take over the world. It's not to that point yet. People don't believe the hype. I know there's a lot, and it's overwhelming out there. All these videos, gurus, how to get rich. Take some time and learn how to prompt engineer. Understand how each model works. And start at some of the places I told you to start, especially if you're looking to build games or software applications or phone apps. Just learn the different models first. Don't let it overwhelm you. Don't listen to every guru on YouTube that are sitting there with millions of subscribers getting rich. It just takes hard work. So, with that said, thanks for watching. Again, hit the subscribe button. Comment down below if you got any projects of your own, or if you want to learn together. I'm still learning. So, but I'm going to be doing political videos and this, and I'm just going to keep it real. I'm not even going to do nothing fancy. I don't care about no high def, all this. I'm having fun doing what I do. I work hard, play harder, and don't give a shit. Don't give a shit what people think. So, I appreciate y'all watching. Peace.